Speaking of not going anywhere, Jerry Jones is not going anywhere for a long, long time because he is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys and the general manager. He has come out on his weekly radio show and saying that they're not looking at free agency to fill the voids on this team. They're looking to pay the players within them. They're not looking to fill voids via free agency. Draft in the players that they have on their team. What? When I first heard this, guys, like, what is Jerry talking about? First, Stephen Jones is saying we're going to be selectively aggressive in this free agency period, and now Jerry Jones says they're not going to go out any free agency period at all. They're not bringing anybody in. Guys, are the Cowboys making a mistake by not bringing any free agents? When you think about this, guys, I said this on Monday's show. I think the Cowboys are 3 players away from being a Super Bowl caliber team. I said that I think that the Dallas Cowboys can bring in 2 receivers and a running back, and they're instantly a Super Bowl caliber team. But Jerry Jones says we're not going to do that. We are not going to do that because we have the team in place. We're going to draft well. We have the team in place. We like to build within. And when you think about this, guys, in the last 15 years, the Dallas Cowboys have not signed a free agent that has made the Pro Bowl. The last free agent that the Dallas Cowboys have signed that made the Pro Bowl was a punter 15 years ago. And oh, by the way, they haven't made an NFC Championship game since 1995. I was like 7, 8. Like, either way, I was a young lad. I was wet behind the ears, so I didn't know what football was. Dak and CeeDee Lamb have reworked their contracts to free up $50 million in cap space. Now, as you guys remember, on Monday, Stephen Jones said, hey, they're going to be selectively aggressive this offseason in the free agency market. I took that as, hey, we're going to narrow 3 or 4 guys down, and we're going to offer them a lot of money to bring them in. Devontae Adams, D-Hop, some running back, Najee Harris is a free agent. That's what I expected them to do. But now Jerry Jones is like, whoa, no. We like our team the way it is. We're going to draft, and we're going to pay our players. Now, I understand that you guys need to pay Micah Parsons, meaning the Dallas Cowboys. I understand that Micah Parsons is a very, very good defensive end. He's this. Stop. Micah Parsons is overhyped and overrated. You guys can say what you want about Micah Parsons. I think Micah Parsons sucks. He is good at pinning his ears back and rushing the quarterback, but if you ask him to do any type of disciplined plays to stop the run, he sucks. I would have traded Micah Parsons this offseason. Get him out of here. Get a first-round pick, get a second-round pick, get something. Guys, Jerry Jones is a smart businessman. He's a smart businessman. He's a great seller. He's a great promoter of his team. But as a general manager, he sucks. When you do not go after players in free agency to fill voids on your team, something with your mindset is wrong. It's simple. Something is wrong in your head at the end of the day. Stop being a man and just admit that you are wrong. Admit that you are wrong and your team has voids and it needs to be filled. You missed out on Derrick Henry because you're a stubborn asshole at the end of the day. Let's just be honest. You brought back Zeke, which had nothing left in the tank. There's a reason why he was a free agent. Rico Dud, the running back, not very good, but you were damn well spent that, hey, he's our man, our myth, a legend. Your own wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb, arguably a top 3 receiver in the NFL, said, hey, I need help. I need help. That's why he's restructured his deal. Dak Prescott understands, hey, we need help. That's why he restructured his deal. And you're not going to go out and get players for free agency? Why? Why are you not going to do that, Jerry? I am a passive Dallas Cowboys fan. I was a Dallas Cowboys fan. The Dallas Cowboys are still dead to me to this day. We broke up week 7 last year of the NFL season. I threw the ball across the room. Actually, no, the poster's still up there. But I broke up with it. I said, we're done. Now, I was a crazy ass. I kept looking back at them saying, hey, what's up, Cowboys? I still hate you. Like, hey, Cowboys, just looking at your Instagram. Okay. Oh, you're looking pretty sexy, but yeah. Guys, the Dallas Cowboys need to hit free agency. It's simple as that. Jerry Jones needs to fire himself from general manager. They need to hire a competent general manager. Very, very seldom is a dual general manager, owner, coach, owner, GM, coach, GM successful in the NFL. The reason why they're not successful is because there's no checks and balances at the end of the day. Jerry's a great owner. Not so great at general managing. When Stephen Jones started to take over the draft, the Cowboys started to draft pretty well. Had a nice offensive line, started to build some depth and some pieces, yada, yada, yada. Jerry Jones wasn't quite getting his limelight anymore. He's like, let me draft again. Last 2 seasons, they've been shit in the draft. Let's just be honest. Stephen Jones is taking back over the draft now. Guys, the Cowboys need to go out there and get Najee Harris. They need to go out there and get a player like D-Hop or Devontae Adams. Maybe trade for DK Metcalf. I don't know. This not being aggressive in free agency is stupid. You missed out on Derrick Henry. You missed out on Saquon Barkley last season. Arguably the two top running backs in the NFL right now. All just because you're hard-headed, because you're afraid that you admit you're wrong. Jerry, admit that you are wrong. Admit that your team needs some help. Admit that you don't have all the pieces in place. You need to just admit it. You are 3 players away from being a Super Bowl contending team. 3. That's it. You can draft defensive players. The defensive draft is not that bad. Offensive draft-wise, it sucks. Come on, man. Guys, are the Cowboys making a mistake by not being aggressive this free agency? Casey says, Cowboys going to continue to wook until Jerry removed from the GM. I think he means suck.
Pigskin pun. Get you some.
Casey is a pigskin pun. And Casey, thank you for all of your support, but you are spot on. Jerry Jones needs to fire himself. He needs to remove himself from the general manager role and hire somebody. I don't care if it's appointing his son. I don't care if it's appointing his daughter or his wife or whatever. He needs to remove himself for general manager, and they will be so much better if Jerry Jones can just focus on marketing the Cowboys, talking up and keeping the Cowboys name in our mouths as an owner. Old Man River says Jerry's brains are just jello. Jerry Jones is old. Well, he's pushing 82, right? I don't know how old he is. Let's look it up. Yeah, he's 82. Let's just face it, he's an old man. I mean, hell, me being 36, it is tough for me to scout film and help draw up scouting reports for the college, be a high school coach, work full time, do man hour. It is tough, and I'm still young. And my brain sometimes gets scattered. Think about being 82. This man was born in 1942. 1942. Jim, you're an old man. You're 60 plus. You were still dusting your daddy's balls. Drew's like, I graduated in 1995. Drew, you may have graduated in 1995, but you're still not 82 years old. You were still a little pre-coming and like your daddy's balls. Like, Jesus. James Frank says they'd be dumb not to get Najee. I think they need to do the test they did on Joe Biden to Jerry. Yes. I mean, as I'm trying to think of ways to put this politely, right? I'm trying to think of ways to put this politely. As us average people, right? My chair's falling down. Let me pull it up. As us average people in this world in general, right? We are basically expected to retire at the age of 62. From 62 to 65, we are expected to retire. We are expected to leave the workforce. Now, will we be able to do it? Probably not, because we can't afford to do so. Because back when this was the norm, the average life expectancy was like 70 years old. So basically, we were supposed to retire at 62, live for about 5 or 6 more years, and then die, right? When you look at these career politicians, the NFL owners, whatever, these guys are 70 and 80 years old. 70 and 80 years old making decisions for 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old, right? We are a third of their age, and we are expecting them to make the best decisions for us. A lot has changed from 1942 to 2025. A lot has changed. Color TV, cell phones, the internet, Pluto no longer a planet. Right? A lot has changed. Now, I'm not saying Jerry Jones is a bad owner. I think he's a great owner. He's a great salesman. He's a great business owner. He is a beautiful rags to riches story. But much like Joe Biden, much like a lot of those career politicians, at the end of the day, us normal people are expected to retire, stop working at the age of 65. Let's just be generous. Let's say 70. We are expected to stop working at that time. We're too old to work. But yeah, these people are running multi-billion-dollar businesses, running the government, running the world. It's like, what? What? Like, come on. Yes, I get it. James Frank says, has anyone ever seen Biden and Jerry Jones in the same room at the same time? I think they're the same person. Whoa, slow it down, baby. I mean, I guess they both wear blue. Alpha Rob says, I enjoyed Jerry sitting in the skybox with his arms folded up looking disappointed. Listen, Alpha Rob, as much as I love billionaires getting disappointed and butthurt, yada, 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 I don't think Jerry Jones knows what's going on. I think he's sleeping when he's sitting just like this. I think he's sleeping and they got like some, you know how like how girls put like tape on their like on their tops to like hold their shirt up. I think they got tape under his eyelids so he's sleeping but his eyes are like open. And like every now and then like his wife or his care holder comes and puts some little bit of eye drops in there so his eyes don't get dry. And Drew says Pluto. Yeah, Drew, you didn't know Pluto is not a planet anymore? It just flew off into some solar system, apparently. Apparently, it's like a moon now. No, so my first grader, they're calling it a dwarf planet. It's not big enough to be a real planet. So basically, the dwarfs in our universe are the midget people, the short people. They're not real people. So my cousin, Courtney, that's 4'7", she's considered a short person, a midget. She's not a real person. I'm just kidding. I love you, Courtney. I love you, girl.